Yeah, you're probably going to get diluted heavily, especially once the auctions start, and there's going to be a huge emission event in Icosa that coincides with the Hedron burns, right? So you're going to see a lot of new entrants to the Icosa pool, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. But the current yield, according to the potential burn rate and the potential inflation rate of Icosa, is minimal compared to the current yield percentage. So if you get diluted by, say, 100%, you're still making 78%. Right now, the Icosa pool on a whale status is 178% yield
That's like annualized.
annualized. Potential, depending on what's
At
going to
today's
happen with,
prices.
yeah, at today's prices, depending on what's going. No, just on Icosa. Don't worry about the price, but just on Icosa
Sure.
itself.
That's cool. I didn't know it was that high. I didn't do the math. It feels nice and high, but yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, it'll have to drop down by a 3x or fucking 80% before you lose money on Icosa.
Did you join the pools on day one?
Yeah,
When
day
did
one.
this experience? Okay, cool.
Yeah, day one. I did the 3 stakes on day one.
I didn't do
Smart
day
guy.
one. I did a little later.
And
Life.
I did a shitload of WhatsApps if you want to buy some.
Well, why don't you put them on the market? Go put them on
No
OpenSea.
way.
I probably buy them.
No
I'll probably buy
way.
them.
No way. Yeah, yeah, definitely. They're the shittest product in the market at the moment.
See, I still like the Icosa pool. I just really like. I think Hedron right now is a really good value, and staking your Hedron right now. I was looking at my payout of my stake. Like it's already doing really good, plus price
Yeah.
appreciation.
Hedron. According to my calculations, Hedron is way undervalued. Hedron should be sitting at
Wait,
about 0.000084 at the moment, according to the T share rate of Hex, right? So I think it's way undervalued. And once the Hex community starts getting into Hedron and starts understanding Hedron a little bit better, you're going to see Hedron take a giant leap.
a lot of people are staked and shit too. One other thing is emergency end stakes. We were in chat yesterday, and I was saying like there's going to be end stakes, and then there was some dude in chat, and he goes, "Yeah, dude, if we do a 10x in Hedron right now, he's like, I'll take a 50% penalty, and I'm dumping." And like Executioner just goes, "Well, I guess you were right, Mike." He's like, "Well, thank you for your service, sir."
Yeah, of course.
And
The more,
that's what the pools pay to.
yeah, exactly. So the paper hands, okay, let them dump. I mean, if you're in for the short term, then you're going to get your, like I said, your 4 or 5% X, your 4x or your 5x.
If we see like another giant pump, and then we start seeing price go down, people start panicking, and they're like, "Oh, I can cash out now," and they'll emergency end stake, and half of that shit gets burnt. I think there's going to be a lot of Icosa put to the pools because of the amount of Hedron that's going to get burnt just from the Hedron staking. And technically, Hedron from the Icosa pool gets burnt too.
Yeah.
Just not as much because it's a lower percentage of the rewards.
Yeah, but the key thing to this is that the Icosa price is based on the Hex T share. And that's what a lot of people are not understanding.
Yeah, that's something I understood, and that's why I put more money into it. And I'm going to keep that stake rolling for one of those events, which I do believe will happen, where you see a month where everybody sells their HSIs to the contract, panic selling, or maybe they just want to earn more Icosa. And having some Icosa in that pool is going to be very lucrative to do.
Yeah, no, it is.
For a year.
It's ultra lucrative. At the moment, on the current yield, it's It's very lucrative. The only thing is that because the Icosa contracts makes you hold it for a certain amount of days, you're susceptible to what happens in those days. But the yield in Icosa, not the dollar value, but Icosa itself, is ultra good.
You know, I got my hands in all the pots, and like I'll be real, like I always take the view. I had the decision. I was like, dude, I just want to put some more into Icosa because I had like 3 times the amount in Watsas, and I think Watsas, like, dude, if Icosa does amazing, can you imagine what the fuck the Watsas are gonna do?
Oh, dude, the Watsers are gonna fucking pump. They're gonna pump. And I'm not worried about now. I've set Watsers for my fucking brothers, sisters, kids, fucking parents, for everybody. They don't even know it yet, but once they get their wallets sorted, they will get some Mycos, Watsa NFTs. But Watsa is just Icosa yield. That's it. It's only Icosa. There's no other yield to it.
Nope.
So, what was the guy's name who created Hedron? I can't remember his name. Ah, fuck.
Alex?
Alex. Yeah, so Alex, right? So, if you or I was to create a token, right, that kind of generates something from another token, we would want our token to have something else that's better. So I am assuming that from Alex's train of thought on what he's done is that Icosa is that item. Because Hedron is only 1/1,000,000th less than Hex. If you see the chart, Hedron and Hex follow each other with 1/1,000,000th percentage less, right? And they grow between that and 4 or 5%. So Icosa, I think, is Alex's master child. That's my train of thought on what I'm currently seeing on the numbers that I'm getting on 3 equal stakes.
I think I overlooked Icosa a bit. I still always had some, and then I believe in Watsas, but like after a while, with price appreciation, you're not going to. It's not going to be easy to even get Icosa. You know what I'm saying?
You can only buy it off the market, or you can mint it. There's no other way it can be made.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you buy it off the market, okay, you're gonna have to look for the ups and downs. But at the same time, you have to look at the T-share up and down because Icosa is mainly focused on T-share. The recent hike on Icosa to, I think today was the top 111, was because the T-share went up to 424,908. So as the T-share keeps on increasing, Icosa is going to keep on increasing according to the T-share and the Hex price combined. I might send you personally an Excel that I've done, and you can type in your current holdings, and it'll tell you your Icosa, the whole lot.
I would actually appreciate that. I am always open to new information.
Yeah, dude, it's and I'm only telling you guys this because fuck, man, I want all of us to make some more money on what we're currently making, right? And I know that at the same time, by sharing this information, fuck, some people are going to get fucking upset because it lowers the pool percentage. But who gives a fuck? We're fucking all here as a team.
I don't care about the Icosa pool as much. You could take up that pool as big as you want. Like I still have my Watsas, baby.
Yeah, but the Watsas are only minting Icosa, so you're basically in Icosa by saying that.
Yep. Like that's my view on it. Like I like Icosa pool, awesome, everything, but like the Watsas.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. Day one. Day one, as soon as that fucking web page opened, I was there.
Yeah, I'll be real. Like I got out of busy season for my business, and like I'm like making as much money in crypto right now and then at my business just because of just you can look at your interest and airdrops and all that bullshit, and it's like, oh my god, I was away and I missed out on like a few days because I wasn't here.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, that's my thoughts on what's Hedron, Icosa, Hex. At the moment, I think Icosa and Hex are the only two to really hold, and hold not for short term. If you want short term, okay, I get it. Hedron is awesome. In the next
Yeah.
3 to 6 to 9 months, Hedron is going to be unreal. But ultimate long term goal, Hex, Icosa, they work side by side. They're tied like twins at the hips.
I view it just like if you want the most amount of hex or like the most amount, like especially the most amount of shares, like you need a hedron. Like all of these are so imperative to each other. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but
it's
Hedron has a ceiling price. Hedron has a ceiling price, and the ceiling price of Hedron is according to the Hex T share, right? So you're going to have a lot of arbitrage moments happening in the future, right? As soon as Hedron starts increasing by a significant amount, you're going to have arbitrage where it's going to be more profitable to switch Hedron to Hex. Once you accomplish those arbitrage moments, you're going to lower the price of Hedron.
True.
Right? There's going to be a lot of arbitrage happening because Hedron is going to get very popular. But Icosa does not have that. Icosa doesn't have arbitrage. It only has arbitrage according to the T share. And the T share, the more people that stake and the more people that stake their Hedron or their HSIs or their Hex are going to generate a higher T share rate to Hex.
All I keep hearing is Watsa.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
all I'm sorry. That's all I'm hearing. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. Like I'm dumb. I'm not but Watsa?
Yeah.
All day?
Dude, Watsa, as long as you're holding Watsa and as long as your Watsa has got good T share rate or good B share rate or M share rate, you're good. But long term hold. Don't think they're a quick fix.
Oh yeah. Like
You gotta remember
assume
there's
bare minimum
20,000 there's
in order.
20,000 other Watsas in front of us.
Yeah. My thing is I think that it's going to be at least a year until you really see the true yield of your Watsa, because you have to wait for whales to end stake, you have to wait for people to emergency end stake, and then for those payouts to happen.
Yeah.
So
I 100%
like
agree. 100%
yeah, it's
agree.
going to be at least a year before we start seeing the real yield that they have been producing.
The good thing is, Watsa is the first of its NFT type to do what it's doing for the NFT community. And I think a lot of other projects, right, and a lot of other projects will take example of this and how it's all worked, and not to mention other projects, but it is revolutionary in what it's done.
I think so. I think there's going to be a lot of people who try to copy this.
But they won't succeed. The reason why they won't succeed is, at the end of the day, everything was done from Alex and Richard. Even though there's a lot of people who criticize Richard for who he is, but they do know their shit. They do know their shit. Doesn't give a shit what the fuck they wear. He can wear purses all day long. I don't give a shit. But they do know their stuff when it comes to this.
Yeah, and I think I always kind of view I view like Hedron, for example. It's this auction system, and it's like a business and it doesn't take profits, it doesn't have employees, and what it just does is it makes the entire system better. So instead of taking that money out of the system, it actually puts it back in. Like,
Yeah,
does that make
100.
sense?
Yeah, 100% agree. It's what I told my friends, right? Because I've onboarded a few people, right? I've even onboarded one of my really close friends who's a director of a giant bank in a foreign country. I'm not going to mention what country or anything. And he's one of the directors of marginal lending of the biggest bank in that country, right? And I explained to him that Hedron, Icosa, Hex is yield, yield on yield. And there is nothing in the whole world right now that can make you yield on yield on yield. Hence the name Icosa, three dimensions of a fucking hedron.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is. It's insane. It's insane. And not only that, he's shared to me his Icosa and hedron. And I asked him today actually. I said, can you please take a screenshot of your holdings because I want to do some calculations for you. And I calculated that in the next year, right, without any price action, with zero price, if price was not to move up or down, just stable price, he would be making 77% yield on his current holdings. And then I asked him the question, can you tell me if your bank could do this? And he said, no fucking way, it's impossible. So I said to him, so what the fuck is a bank going to do about it? What's the bank going to do next? So I'm going to have this chat with him next time I fly over to his country. But I dare say there's going to be a lot of people and a lot of giant industries who are going to enter this space, not particularly in this particular space, but in this replicating this space very soon.
And also, I think there isn't really like a lot of sell pressure to Icosa. Like you'll see some wallets sell some Icosa and buy Hex and then redo it, but like most people who are buying Hedron are doing it just to stake for the rewards. Like there's like a lot of coin. Like, dude, after $1,000, you're locked up for like almost 6 months to a year.
Yes,
You know,
it's $1,000 is 200 and fucking whatever days. Yeah,
yeah, it's 270 or something. But like like all these coins are locked up anyway. Like maybe we see a whole bunch of price appreciation and people have to sell their Icosa and Hedron and take a gnarly hit, maybe. But I just just like in most staking systems, like there's a real reason to not sell your Icosa for the next 6 months to a year because
yeah, but Mike,
it's like what.
Mike, dude, if you're thinking in the 1 year terms, I honestly think you're thinking of the start of the bull market. Fuck, 6 8 months from now, we're we're going to be just at the start of the bull market again.
Oh no, I'm just saying
Everybody,
that basic mentality of everybody who's participating in Icosa. There's no reason to buy Icosa and sell within a year.
yeah,
There's
yeah, of course not.
zero reason. Like that's
Yeah,
just my point. Like I'm not saying like I plan on selling or anything. Like I'm letting my stake go through through the bull into the next bear because that's where the most value is probably going to be like kind of sucked up.
yeah, until the next double dip.
Yeah, and then actually, I'm sorry. After that big event, I'm going to be staked another 90 days after that.
Yeah, yeah. But at the moment, my from everything that I've been calculating, and everything is Hex, Icosa, Hedron supplementary, but Hex and Icosa are generating the most yield you can get. And Hedron is good. Don't get me wrong, Hedron has got very good price appreciation because it is undervalued. The reason why it's undervalued, according to the T share rate, right? Hedron should be near the 0.00008 something, right? Until it gets to that 8. After 8, you're going to get an arbitrage moment where it's going to be more convenient for you to change hedron or swap hedron for hex, right? But until that arbitrage moment, okay, there's the 5, 6 X's to make.
Yep.
Icosa. The only issue is with Icosa, you have no say on the time lockup. So if you want to generate Icosa stake, you need to depend on how much you can put into Icosa. You're going to be either a whale downwards, but at in the market and at the current price and everything, you would want to risk being a shark or a whale because the yield on Icosa is huge, and at the same time, you would need to be diluted by 90, 80% in order for you to lose money on your Icosa stake over a 360-day period.
Wait, what's 0.01? Is 0.01 a dolphin?
Oh,
It was like
fuck, I
that
don't know.
$1,000. They do it different than Staker app, but like, isn't 1% whale, 0.1% is shark, and then 0.01% is dolphin, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, a shark is a little bit more expensive. So it's like $10,000 to be a shark, then,
Yeah,
right?
then it's increased because 3 weeks ago it was only $4,000 to be a shark.
I did notice my pool in Icosa dropped.
Yeah. So yeah, so 4 weeks ago it was only $4,000 to be a shark, and it was $6,000, 6,800 to be a whale. I try to keep quiet. I'm a spectator and listener sometimes. I only talk when I feel the community really needs to understand what's going on with what these guys have created.
And guess what? Other people might like it because it's not hex, but it is.
It
It
is
has a
hex.
different name. It is
Yeah, it
hex.
is
Well,
hex.
yeah,
It's 100% hex.
but it doesn't have the name hex. So maybe I bet you a lot of people will buy it and not realize they're just going to see the price like creeping up, looking good,
Yeah, but
and
but
like,
but guys, the floor price. Just never forget the floor price. The floor price can be calculated according to the T share rate, and the ceiling price can be calculated as well. So the people need to understand that you cannot buy above the ceiling price. If not, you're gonna put yourself in the red, and you're gonna have to wait to price appreciation in order for you to to come back to what you invested in. And the floor price of Icosa can be calculated according to the hex T share rate. You don't want to go balls in into something that if everybody goes in FOMO, right? You have to be smart about it as well. You can't just fucking rush into these things. No, what I'm saying is that you need to analyze the current market, the current holders, the current T share price, and then make a decision based on what you think. Again, non-financial advice, right? But yeah, but I do think, in my personal opinion, that Icosa is probably the best current investment that you could make.
I am at the point where I YOLO'd completely into Watsa's the Icosa pool and
Yeah, but
Hedron,
you watch
mostly
this,
Hedron.
Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike, you watch this. You watch this early minting Icosa.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. What I'm saying is I'm out of money.
Yeah, no, I get it, dude. I get it. No, I get it. But look, dude. One of the people who I okay, so somebody that I know, right? And I tried to explain this whole system to him, and I did, and I showed him with graphs and everything, right? Another on board, right? And he put in $100 into Icosa, right? This was probably fucking 3 weeks ago. From that $100, man, he's making $1.20 a day.
Hmm. I didn't calculate daily on my stakes, but I was noticing that they were kind of silly. I was like doing it. I was like, wow, dude, like this is almost a job. This is getting near a job.
Yeah, dude, all you have to do is divide the amount of day left on your stake via the amount of Icosa that you've generated if you're staking Icosa or if you're staking Hedron. All you need to do is divide the amount of days left by the amount of day you already served, and you're going to see your Icosa yield. And if you're staking Icosa, you do the same.
I played a little heavier on the Hedron, because I want to buy a whole bunch of HSIs. So
Yeah, Mike, I did too. And coincidentally, because I did on day one, the HSI's stakes come out on day two. So
wait, the
day one,
HSIs.
day one is how many days ago, right? But day one finishes on November the 12th. November 13th is that moment where you can buy your HSI the auctions, right?
Right.
So the people who auctioned on day one of the whole Hedron Icosa new pools will be the best beneficiaries of this because they can unstake at the time and buy new hex stakes because their stakes finish one day prior.
So do you think that there's going to be a lot of stakes sold to the contract to redeem more Icosa?
Exactly. Exactly. You said that. I didn't.
So you think like because I always like hearing other people like I was wondering this like because that's where the game kind of leads, but I was hearing a lot of people like say like maybe only a third of the total stakes will be sent back to contract. Do you think it'll be more?
No, I think that you need to look at the wallets who went on day one of the Icosa Hedron staking pool, right, from day one. And
Mhm.
those from those amount of wallets, you need to look at the volume, right? And then from those volumes, you need to analyze what would you do, and it's you will give yourself the own answers. It's on blockchain. It's on chain. What would you do? What would you do to maximize your profits or maximize
Well, the
your
thing is
quantity
that
over
when you
time?
end stake though, like they could keep it run. It might be advantageous for them to keep it running because the share rate's gone up so much, and it
Yep.
might be better
But
them to have liquid Hedron to buy more stakes to add to that current one, and then do another cycle.
yeah, but Mike, you have to remember that when you end stake on Icosa Pro app, you serve, you get penalized the amount of time you haven't served. So if you're served 99.9% of the time, you're only going to get penalized 0.1% of the value.
Right. But like
So
but you lock in your Icosa staking pool percentage based on the amount of Icosa at that current share rate. So I think that I think people are just piling money into Hedron and then going to buy those HSIs and then add to their current day one stakes.
yes, that's what you would do. That's exactly what you would do.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
That's exactly what you would do, because, like I was saying previously, you're either in for a 5 or 6x, or you're either for 100 or 200x.
And because so okay, so if I'm like kind of I'm not the smartest guy, right? So if I'm thinking here, like the big brain play, I was like, because Hedron's so undervalued in the system right now, it's just advantageous to buy a whole bunch of Hedron and then wait for stakes to come out, look at the Icosa values and stuff, and as long as you are getting it near the like Icosa value, then
Yeah, but
like you're just
Mike,
better off buying HSIs and then selling them
Mike,
to the contract and adding to your stake.
Mike. Okay, Mike, what would you do if you had a decent amount of money, right? And then you knew that you spent a lot of money buying an asset, and then you knew that you could buy it cheaper somewhere else for that same asset. What would you do?
I mean, like I would go and buy the cheaper and add it to my stack.
Exactly. So the people who have giantly staked at the moment have also bought a giant lot of Hedron, because they know that if nobody bids on their asset, they can bid for their own asset, making their asset cheaper for themselves. Do you see what I mean?
I do. I don't know if I'm catching. Like, I think I'm missing something.
Okay, so Mike, if you were to do a say a 10 hex stake, right?
Mhm.
Just let's keep it in low numbers, in very low numbers, right? If you were to do a 10 hex stake, and then you know it's only going to cost you one hedron to do it, right? But then the whole 10 hex stake may have cost you 3 hedron in total dollar value. Then if you bid for your own asset back after you put it to the market, then you're going to make money on your own asset.
Right. Like, yeah. I don't know if I'm going that far, but I'm like I'm kind of at the point where it's like I'm going to buy. Now I've changed my mind. I'm going to go buy 2 HSIs, one to keep and one to sell to the contract and add to the pool.
So what I think Alex has done a and I from everything that I've analyzed from the whole mathematical side of it, right, is that Alex has made a way how you can sell your own asset to a contract and then buy it back for a cheaper price, making profit on your asset. That's what I think Alex has created. And Icosa being the master child of that asset related to the share rate of the T share in relation to that asset. And I have never fucking spoken to any of these guys or followed these guys religiously, but mathematically, this is what makes sense.
we just solve the, like, are we creating more energy than we're putting in?
Yeah, mate. Buy it back. No. You buy it back at the below arbitrage moment. If there's arbitrage, you don't buy it back. Yes. Yes, that's exactly right. No. You don't do that. You calculate the arbitrage moment, right? There's going to be a moment where there's going to be too many buybacks. And if there's too many buybacks, then you create an arbitrage moment where the hedron price drops because the hex price increases because of too many buybacks. So you need to calculate that arbitrage moment on your stake. And if you don't get it, you don't get it. If you don't get it, you're gonna make profit on your stake anyways. And if you do get it, then you're gonna make profit again on your stake anyways. What Alex has created is all about arbitrage. Okay, so let me keep it really simple, right? So if you have stake that's worth 10 hex, right? And then hedron is at 1, and then you got hex at 1. Okay, let's call it 2, right? So it's gonna cost you 5 hex to get that stake because it's 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2, right? But then hedron, it's gonna cost you 10 hedron. But if the hedron price related to the hex price is at 1 to 3, right? Then you're making a 50% discount on that moment. Because hedron is worth a 1 to 3 ratio. It's all about ratios. Fuck, how could I explain this better? No, wait. You know what Einstein said? If Einstein said, if people don't understand you, then you don't know enough about it, right? So let me try again. So if the stake is worth 10, right? And you have 5 in your wallet, but 5 whatever, fucking stones, fucking popcorn, whatever, right? Right? If the stake is worth 10 and you have 5 in your wallet, right? But you own the 10, then what? Oh fuck, that's not gonna work either. Hold on, fuck.
What are you trying to explain? I just
I'm
hopped in.
trying to explain the arbitrage moment between hex and hedron.
Hedron.
Yeah,
So
hex and hedron.
does that happen right now? Because like it's not really.
No, it's not. It's not happening right now because hedron is way undervalued.
Correct. So like a good. So there's two ways you can arbitrage, right? within like the borrowable amount of hedron, or you could arbitrage against the cost, the amount of T shares you get in a 5555 compared to if you were to sell your 5555 as an HSI to the Icosa protocol. So like before I buy Icosa or before I go to make a 15-year stake, you want to check to see like how much Icosa that buyback would get you, right? So say if you had $100 and you were going to buy $100 worth of Hex and you were going to send it out for 15 years, right? You could do the calculation right then and there, how much Icosa you would receive if you were to make $100 stake and go through the buyback process. Now, say, for example, for that $100, you would get 10 Icosa, right? These are just made up numbers. You would get 10 Icosa. Then you would compare what would $100 do if I were to just straight up buy it off the market. And then you do the math and you see that, oh shit, if I were to spend $100, I could get 13 Icosa off the market instead. So like in that scenario, it would be better just to go with your $100 to the market to buy Icosa directly instead of going through the process of making a stake, HSI, tokenizing it, and sending it to the contract, right? Because you're up 3 Icosa right then and there. But if the price of Icosa is above the ceiling, then you're incentivized to make the 555 HSI, send it to the Icosa contract, because in that scenario, you'll actually end up with more Icosa than you would if you were to just take your 100 and buy it straight off the market. And that's an arbitrage people are doing today. Like,
Yeah,
people are doing
exactly
that.
right. Exactly right. Exactly.
So it's just a matter like of you do 2 math problems. You figure out how much Icosa you can get if you were to go via the buyback route, making a 15-year stake, compared to taking that same amount of money you would have put in a Hex stake and just doing the math and finding out how much it would how many Icosa you would get buying off market. For Hedron, it's difficult because like that arbitrage isn't happening because the borrowable amount is nowhere near, worth actually taking a loan.
Yeah. And not only that, Hedron is way undervalued as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, once that happens, holy shit, man, it's gonna people taking out loans, and then there's gonna be the arbitrage on the Hedron when you could take a borrow and it be worth more than the Hex stake. When Hedron is above the ceiling, if that ever happens. And then you can make a stake, instantly borrow an arbitrage. Like, it's going to be fucking sick. I'm probably not going to fuck around with that because, I don't know. I haven't done the math. I don't know how profitable it will be. If you want to make a couple $100 a day, that might be cool, But
I think the Hedron pool is looking really good too because we're so undervalued. So if we were closer, let's say like half to parity, well, if you wanted a billion Hex stake or a billion Hedron stake in that pool, well, not only do you have the share rate fighting you, you also have the price, right? Like it's only like $4,000 for a billion Hedron. $100,000. Like, man, that Icosa yield's going to be nice through there because of how undervalued if you have your Hedron staked.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Mike, but you have to stake it for the amount of time that the contract minimizes you to stake it for. You can't just withdraw on that stake whenever you want.
No, I'm saying that's why it's good to have money in the Hedron staking pool.
Yeah,
with it being so undervalued.
100% agree. The Hedron staking pool is awesome because it gives you price appreciation plus Icosa, and so does your WhatsApp.
Have you thought about this poly contract using the leftover Hedron that it doesn't use to bid for HSIs that they were going to put the remainder into the hedron staking pool, and I believe the idea was to just leave it there for the 15 years.
Oh, you want to lock up more hedron again? Go ahead, guys. Go
Well,
do
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Yeah, but like, say for people that like, if I haven't participated in Maxi stuff, and I probably won't participate in Poly. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'll throw some in there. But I would imagine that pool would be like super saturated. If depending on how much is remaining after the auctions and how much they decide to throw into the hedron staking.
But they're not selling it. So
no, they're not selling it, but your Icosa yield would be less.
I guess like it depends on how much. Like if it's an insane amount and they really, really dilute the pool, but I don't know if they're gonna dilute me out of my class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sorry, one second, I got a work call. I'm sorry. Even after Godwell moving in, the yield seems fine, but who knows what's going to be left over. I'm just speculating on what might happen. But if
it's harder to dilute and get diluted in the hedron pool. Like I know there's like always inflation coming out and stuff, but like I really think that a lot of like people who mint daily hedron, like I think a lot of people are going to sell it or use it for HSIs. I don't think you're going to see an insane amount always going into the staking.
Well, what I'm saying is whatever's not used by the executor for the Poly project, they're going to throw all the hedron into the hedron pool.
Yeah.
So that could be
do
insane a boatload.
I don't know how much they're going to raise for this. I don't know, man. Like, I know a lot of people who are like, dude, I don't want to lock up my hedron for 15 years.
You never, dude, these things are sticky. Too, like anyone that was fucking with Maxi or, Desi, Lucky, Trio, whatever, like, I think there's a higher likeliness of them participating in Poly. But who knows? Because, if they, sorry, Gons, your mic is open. I think I'm hearing.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks.
You're getting an echo, Gons.
No, he's good. No, I'm thinking like
Actually, yep, you got me your mic.
Oh shit! Sorry, guys.
like do they have availability to participate in the poly contract? Like they would need Hedron, you know? And I don't know if they have a lot of Hedron. Who knows? I don't know. They would have to mint or purchase off the market. But
Are they
I
going
don't
to
know.
be ready in time?
Probably, I would imagine. I suspect there's going to be a lot of Hedron being sent to that pool.
Oh God, you got an echo, brother.
How do we get rid of that echo?
I think you'd use headphones.
Oh shit! So, Trip.
Either headphones or just mute your mic when you're not talking, and then it'll go away.
Yeah. So, Trip, I was listening to what you were saying, right? I do think you're right, but at the same time, there is so much minting between current projects at the moment that there is only so much minting you can do before you start diluting other projects, right? So again, so what happened to Maxi, right? Maxi had its trio and so on, and they diluted Maxi completely in order to create other tokens. I I think people need to stick to one project and and understand that project completely before they go and think that we need to rush to this project. Oh, this is minting now. We need to rush to this minting project. I don't think that is a good strategy in order for people to really maximize on their own money.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that.
There's huge dilution happening internally in this whole community about projects building and projects building and projects building and projects. We have to stick to the fundamentals of hex and the real projects who generate hex to be oh fuck, how could you call it, the fucking the principal currency. If we keep on building in this community itself, it's dilution based on dilution based on dilution.
It doesn't sound like you participated in Maxi or anything.
No, fuck no, no way. No way. There's too much dilution happening.
I'm good. They bought a lot of hex off the market. They wrapped it for 15 years. Cool.
Yeah, but they did. But they made a good project, and it's awesome to those guys. They did make a good project, and it is on chain. It is very very good project. There's no security risk to that project, but that project relies on hex community sacrificing their hex to that project or their profit of hex to that community, believing in the hex project. So for those reasons, I think most current projects who are based on hex and only on hex are only relying on hex to make profit.
Oh, you're saying too many people are throwing their money instead of. Got that echo. Like it's just getting locked up instead of being used to make money.
Yeah, exactly. I
Like Hedron's a new
Everybody-
business and it makes
Yeah.
money, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody is locking up their own money. They've made a bit of profit here. They made a bit of profit there. They made a bit of profit here, and then they are locking up their tokens or or their coins, whatever they want to call it, into the blockchain, right, in these certain projects in order to, in the hope that they are going to be the next biggest thing. And in the current community of Hex, you either believe in Hex all the way, or you don't. And the only other 100% project that has derivative of Hex is Hedron. And it's the only project that increases the Hex price. Maximus, awesome project, but it doesn't increase the Hex price. It doesn't at all. It's
Well, I mean,
based
all
on-
that Hex just got locked up for 15 years.
Yes, but what is that to 10% of the OA? Nothing. Nothing. You have
I
to
do
remember
think
the
more
OA
dApps and more services.
No, the
It's like goes to
OA
that vertical integration.
the OA owns 90% of Hex. We are only playing with 10% of the whole entire Hex contract. So by us playing with 10, any project who develops on Hex is only playing with a tiny percentage of Hex.
So you're saying my portion of the pool is actually bigger than it seems?
Pardon?
So, do the echo, bro. You gotta put headphones in or something.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. I'm in the kitchen. Tell me again.
You still got an echo. I can't. I'm listening to myself.
I'm gonna get out and get back in.
Yeah, what I was saying is I think because the OA owns so much, and I think it's just going to kind of sit there. I think like if Richard wanted like play coins, he would have just bought them himself. He probably won't use the OA coins for anything besides maybe some stakes. And well, that means I have a bigger portion of the Hex pool. It sounds like hell yeah.
There was a certain other project that just came out with a white paper. I don't want to bring up any names, but one of the functions seem eerily similar to Watsa.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Come up with something unique. Everyone does have to copy you. Or remember, the originals in crypto are always the ones that do the best.
Is that exclusive to crypto? Because my understanding is that in some other industries, there have been people that blazed a trail, but then, they failed, whereas other people came in behind and did much better, building upon what they had, learned.
Yeah, I think it's more to crypto. I know like it's a lot different in the regular world, but like, Bitcoin compared to Litecoin, you look at layer one Ethereum, you look at the original meme coin,
Yes.
Doge, you look at the
There you go.
original blockchain CD Hex,
Yep.
and now, yeah. So these like, and like sometimes you do like even Uniswap. Look at Uniswap. It was the original like I know there was DEXs and stuff, but like they were the first AMM, and they're also like the biggest. There could be other winners.
Sure. Very interesting. Good thoughts.
I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I just think that's
No.
the trend that I see in crypto, and that's why I'm, that's my reasoning. I'm not saying 100% right, like, or anything.
Not at all, but no, those are some good thoughts. I mean, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and like you said, Doge being the first of their kind. That's insightful. Yeah,
It keeps happening. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, some of the first like Aave and stuff, like they're still here. Was it Compound? Like, and like when you create a brand new thing, like if you make a new invention, you just created like a market, right? Like there's going to be like there's always multiple businesses in a sector usually. So
yeah.
I don't know. I think like the ecosystem of the founders is like such a big thing. One thing that I like, I've learned a little bit in crypto. Let me tell you, being in coins where there aren't founders who dump on your fucking heads all the time. Let me tell you, those coins did really well for me over the years, and I like those projects. They typically earn you more, and then you go down less. So
You mean the coins where there aren't founders and they do dump on your heads?
No, where there aren't founders dumping on your heads. But yeah,
Right.
sorry.
Okay. No, that's all right.
Yeah. But like that's the way that I think that more people should think, and like I don't think that I could be wrong, but I don't think Richard and Alex plan on just dumping their bags on our heads.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah. No. Yeah. I agree.
Other founders can't wait to dump on your fucking heads. Like, dude, come on. Like, I've been in crypto for a long time. Most of these quote unquote cryptos, which are really just businesses, right? Like, a lot of these cryptos are just businesses, and then they just dump on your heads because they don't have customers. Like, when your entire business model is like, yo, we don't have any customers and shit, but we have a big fucking like amount of our own coin in our like treasury or whatever, like they're gonna sell that shit on you because they don't have customers to operate the business. This one coin I saw, they have a public treasury, $500,000 public treasury. Like that's all they have. Like, dude, blockchain engineers, like Dev Kyle is making at least $250,000 a year or more. All right, Dev Kyle could be making $1 million a year, and we wouldn't know, right? But like he's probably making insane money working for Richard, and like that's their entire fucking budget. That's a business set for failure.
I think a lot of the meme coins are going to go to the wayside in this next cycle. Somebody raised that point, kind of rang a bell with me.
People are getting dumber, dude. People are getting dumber. No
are you
way.
Serious?
Yep. People are dumb. People are dumb, and it's getting dumber. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't have TikTok on my phone, but like, I'll watch like little compilations of like the craziest TikToks that are like going viral. And no, I've lost all hope in humanity. Maybe Dogecoin's the play. I don't know. Maybe this shit is so fucking good, but it's a complicated. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a little complicated.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like too complicated for most people, and they're like, dude, but this coin's got a dog on it.
I know, but and people, I agree with you. People are becoming more more foolish, but we are becoming more educated with this new ecosystem of cryptocurrencies.
No, us nerds are. The rest of normies, no.
Yeah.
We are. Like, I mean, like, you know, like the people who made, you know, there were people who invested in Ethereum really understanding what it was, and they're living with life-changing money. So, you know, it's like we're aiming towards traditional finance. I don't know. Like, I just see all these bankers being like, "Oh my God, this is a money game that I want to play too."
Right.
Like, so this is who we're appealing to. Like all those hedge fund guys, all the traders and shit like that. This is a like an insane like money game right here. All these T-shares, dude. I just saw this one wallet today that I've been watching created 5 or 6 HSIs in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
All 300,000 hex, and then sold them all to the contract.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work.
Yep. Like it,
Yeah.
it just keeps happening, and it is working. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, well, I still think meme coins are going to take off. Like, as stupid as it is, but like, I do think that the good stuff's also going to just rock everyone's world. I still think Ethereum's going up. Bitcoin's probably going to go up after a point.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might do a 5 to 10x at best on the next cycle. That's just me. But I think that you're right that the solid coins are going to be here for long term, and then those meme coins, and the rug pulls perhaps that people get involved in, those will be an entry point for new people, unless we can get them straight into, you know, the good quality stuff like Hex. But then as people learn the industry, then they will take profits or move their entire bags into the, you know, the solid coins like Hex and Icosa, Hedron. You know, the ones with a better track record.
I think that I don't know, man. Like, I remember buying at 20K. And I didn't sell at 20K after Richard called the top, and I was like, no, I don't want to believe it. And I was like, if it is the top, like I said, I was going to hold, and I wasn't going to sell on morals. All right,
okay.
I was fucking retarded. Okay, I should have sold the top, bought the bottom, would be in much better position now. But morals I held, but like, dude, I ain't breaking my fucking hex stakes, bro. Are you kidding me?
No. Yeah, no.
Did you see how much the share rate went up the other day, dude? Hell no, dude. I ain't fucking breaking those stakes.
I haven't even checked the share rate recently. I'm gonna do it right now. What's it at?
Like 25. I think it's 25,000 now.
No, dude, it's like 24,908.
I think my first T share was like 12,000 hex. I think it doubled. It's like, oh my god.
I'm going to say mine was like 18 or 17. Dude, it was 24,110 like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, a big whale end staked, and they forgot to claim their hedron, and
no.
it raised the share rate. Yeah, it was. We did the math. It was $300,000 of hedron. I think it was like 100 billion.
Oh
yeah.
It
was a BTC. It was a BTC free claimer too.
Oh really? Oh, that's so disappointing. I once did that on a stake, and I lost like, it was only like, I want to say like 500,000 Hedron. It was still disappointing considering what it might be worth one day. But yeah, what I did is I put little flags on my Trezor, the little connector thing. I made little red flags, and I try to make it a habit of whenever I plug a wallet into my computer, I have to say out loud, am I ending a stake? The flag says Hedron on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot one because I did some claims and I built some over like a week, and I forgot, and I lost like a couple million, and so it was like 1 or 2 million, and I was just like disappointed. I've bought an insane amount more since then, like to make up for it, but still, I'm like, oh, dude, I let 3 million slip, or like it was like 1 or 2 million slip through my hands, dude.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, mine was probably actually more. I mean, I don't know, but I was like, well, compared to what I'm holding today, it was just a little bit, thankfully. But yeah, and I'm hopeful, and maybe he's already built it into it, but the DApp for Icosa will have something to where when you end your stake, it'll alert you, hey, if you hold head run, do you need to claim? And I think Alex is going to maybe build that in. I heard it mentioned.
For what app? For stake?
No, not sticker app. The DApp for Icosa, because we can, from what I understand, we can end our hex stakes on that DApp.
Yo, Gons, Echo, brother.
Oh,
I hear the
still.
echo as well.
Oh shit. Okay.
I don't think he realizes he just needs to mute himself.
I think it's because he's using speaker on his phone. That's why it doesn't work good. But yeah, like I don't even remind people, dude. Why do you want to remind people shit? Like, don't even bother. Just let them burn it.
True.
It's not burnt. It just never comes into existence.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, benefits the holders. Hey, this whole crypto thing is, I mean, you really got to be on your A game, when it comes to not just like tracking your assets and perhaps missing opportunities, but it helps to have a calendar, because even with Icosa stakes, thankfully you can just let those go and go. But if you want to compound, you got to put that on your calendar so you can take care of it, within a reasonable time, so you can, get that compounding yield to work for you. Just kind of how crypto is.
It depends how much the share rate goes up, and you could look on that website and try to figure out when the share rate's going up, and so you have to make the play before the share rate goes up. And yeah, I don't do calendar and stuff, but you have to stay in these Telegram chats because there is a lot of stuff that happens. There's free money, man.
Oh yeah.
Dude, my Hedron free claim was awesome.
Yes. Yep. Agreed. Well, it's been nice chatting. I'm gonna let some of the other guys chat. I gotta jump off and take a call.
Yep. Bisous.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Mike, how about now?
Yep, still there.
Oh, fuck this shit. Okay. Anyways, been a pleasure talking to you guys, and hope you guys understand what you guys are getting into, but
I hope so too. I YOLO'd in.
Yeah. Pardon?
I YOLO'd back in.
Yeah. Dude, your NFTs are based on Icosa, and the guy who created, oh fuck, what's his name again? Fuck. Alex. Yeah. This is Alex's love child. So that's my opinion on everything right now.
I do find it interesting. That's why I increased the pool.
Yeah, this is definitely Alex's love child. Richard has got his love child. Alex has got his love child.
Agreed. Oh my god, that echo is insane.
That was a great conversation you guys had this morning. So, Gons, I got a quick question for somebody like myself who likes to keep it simple. Just get a hold of Icosa off market and stake.
God, so you gotta unmute. You gotta mute when you're not talking. Go, bro. Finish your question.
Yeah, I just was making the question comment. You guys are awesome, number one. And then just for somebody like myself who can't sit in front of everything all day and just buy Icosa off the market and stake it. I already got Hex, got Hedron, got some Icosa, was in on day one on Hedron and all that. But as a play today, just take dry powder, go to the market, get Icosa, and stake.
Out a little at the end.
Yeah, sorry, driving through a canyon, getting ready for the snow. I just say as a play for today with dry powder to keep something simple, just get Icosa off the market and just stake it.
That or buy Hedron. There's Gons could go.
Yeah, dude. In what my opinion is that yes, you're right track. And again, no financial advice, but buy Icosa off the market currently because it is undervalued according to the T-share rate of Hex, and stake it. And you will generate a share of Icosa in your yield and Hedron. And then you will know what to do with that when you see the numbers growing.
Very nice. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So I have a question for you. This is a really good one, Gons. So I have quite a bit more Hedron than I do Icosa in the stake. I even have way more Hedron than I do Watsa. And so what is the, like, let's say that you're looking at a 300,000 hex stake. The total mintable is 200 million Hedron. What amount of Hedron at today's prices would you be willing to buy for at the auctions to swap for Icosa?
Dude, that is a hard question because I need to
It is.
input that to my Excel. If you can send me that message with what you want me to tell you, I can input it to my Excel spreadsheet and then give you a guesstimated answer.
Because oh yeah, you need to mute when person responds. Because like my thinking is that, like, you know, if you buy your Hedron today, and it's all about when you buy. So let's say you're looking at that 300,000 hex stake for 200 million. That at today's prices is $700. You buy now, and you look at the Icosa value of that stake the day of the auction, and there could be that arbitrage where you could sell a certain amount of Hedron at today's prices, and even if the price goes up or whatever, you bought today, so buying that amount, then you would end up with more Icosa. Like, maybe, you know, you have to fight price because you could just sell the Hedron and buy Icosa.
Yeah,
Of
that'll
having to
make sense.
participate.
That'll make sense only if Icosa is not going up in price. But you need to keep in mind that Icosa will only go up in price according to the T-share rate of Hex. If it goes up above the T-share rate, again, it's an arbitrage moment, and those maximalists will generate revenue from the T-share rate.
Right. Well, yeah, to look at the values during, like, from now till later. So, okay, it's because you're switching between dollars and you're doing like between T-share values. The math gets kind of hard. But
Yeah, but dude, you have to remember that. Forget about the dollars. The dollars is after. If you focus on the dollars now,
where your entry point is and stuff.
yeah, but dude, if you focus on dollars now, then you're only in a short-term game. You need to focus on the dollars from 2 to 3 years from now, right? If you focus on the dollar now, it is so fucking unpredictable. You cannot predict it.
Well, my view is
down, up and down.
a thousand of my cash today buying Hedron or Icosa. I could buy the Hedron and then just wait for the auctions, and then maybe I could get the stake for a better rate. You can like do a little arbitrage between Hedron and Icosa, because I think the price is super insanely low in the system, and then like you'll get a ton of Icosa even if you overbid the minimum amount.
No, in the system, according to the arbitrage rate, you're only a 3x low from the system. It's not that much, right? 3x, okay, maybe a lot for some people, but is not that much realistically. Once Hedron and Icosa reach parity, then Hex, Hedron, Icosa will grow together. But Hedron will take the advantage over the T-share rate, and so will Icosa. And that will always happen according to arbitrage.
So am I supposed to dump all my Hedron bags right now and buy Icosa?
No, because your Hedron bags are making Icosa. As long as
you're staked.
Yeah, as long as you're staked, right? Once your Hedron bags are making Icosa, then you stake your Icosa and make Hedron and Icosa. That's the whole fucking point.
So what do I sell if I want to sell something? Because I can't break my hex stakes anymore.
You sell at the point when your stakes are finished and you feel it's comfortable for you to cash out, man. I can't tell you when to sell or not to sell.
No, I'm saying which token.
Oh fuck, that's a I would convert my token to the most that is growing at the time. But that is at the time when your stakes are matured.
Yeah, depending on how much you want to get rid of too, you probably should look at the liquidity pools and see which makes most sense to dump, depending on how much.
I ain't that big. I ain't that big, bro. All right, like I've never caused a red candle. Okay.
The bear market, man. Wait until next bull market. Your bags might make a dent in the price.
If I ever make a red candle, like my buddy made a red candle one time, and he was like, "I feel bad," but he's like, "It was kind of cool to do."
Dude, I agree with the previous guy. Don't know who he was, but anyways, I think that you need to analyze your position, man, and then exit at the right point for you.
I was just asking which token do I sell?
You don't have to sell any. You just need to generate more yield. Just
Oh,
look
no,
at the
no, no.
tokens.
Once the yield's there, you have a whole bunch of Icosa, you have a whole bunch of Hedron. What do I sell?
Hedron.
If I want to cash some, which one?
Hedron. Hedron, for sure.
Okay.
Hedron is not based on the T-share rate. Hedron is based on appreciation of Hex, but Icosa is based on the T-share rate.
Well, because the share rate goes up, there will be less shares over time. So technically, Hedron does go down with the share rate a little bit.
Exactly. So Hedron is the one to sell. Hedron will be your selling point of you need to generate more Icosa yield and Hedron yield, and then you sell your Hedron yield and you only keep your Icosa yield. Once you stake Icosa, you will see this on the Icosa App Pro app that you generate both of those tokens as yield.
I'm playing all the fields. I don't care. I hope that's the true thing, because man, I look at my Watsas and I'm just like, yeah, you're going to be special one day. I'm gonna sell you and get a new car.
Dude, your Watsas are gonna make it as long as you don't sell or mint. The moment you mint, those Watsas are worth nothing.
Yeah, I cherish my Watts more so than like a 15-year stay.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. I only
His
generated
girlfriend's
those
making fun of
Watsas.
him. Why don't you talk about me like that?
Am I
Sorry.
still echoing?
Yeah, terribly.
Oh, fuck.
But
I
we
don't
love
have
you.
headphones. Dude, I don't have headphones. I'm sorry. I don't have headphones.
Yeah, you just gotta keep clicking the blue button on the app to mute and unmute, and then it's all good.
Done. Anyways, your WhatsApp apps, as long as they keep accumulating Icosa yield, your Icosa will be worth more than you can imagine. So from my calculations is that every 3 cents that Hex grows, Icosa grows by $1, right? And this is from every calculation that I've done on fucking my mathematical calculation sheets, right? Icosa will fucking reach $1 as soon as Hex reaches 30 cents. Easily. No.
More.
$1. $10. Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna go to my biggest Hedron stake, and I think it's. I don't think I added capital this. Shit.
Icosa just traded back down to $1.04, correct?
Buy the shit out of it. Buy the shit out of it. Guys, buy the shit out of that shit. Not financial advice. Sorry, not financial advice. Disclaimer.
But do I
Yeah.
hold Hedron or buy Icosa?
If I was in your position to buy more, I would buy a Corsa.
No, if you already bought, if you had larger Hedron, would you sell Hedron for Icosa?
No,
Or just
I would
stake
not
it?
sell Hedron. I would not sell Hedron. No, I would not sell Hedron because Hedron has got huge price appreciation, right? Because Hedron hasn't reached its ceiling market price. Hedron ceiling current market price is 0.000083, right? So 5083 is Hedron's current appreciation market price. And that is related again to the T share of Hex, right? But there's only 25,000 wallets who understand that shit. No, not understand it. 25,000 wallets who hold Hedron, and maybe 10% understand it, right? So Hedron will not reach its ceiling price yet, anytime yet. But Icosa is a different fucking animal. Icosa is an animal that can be related back to the T-share related to the growth of Hex.
Well, I'm looking, and I've earned, what was that? Do the math here. What is that? 15 days, 2 weeks. So, 5,000 bucks. Well, at $10, let me tell you, my Hedron stake is looking very pretty.
How much Icosa are you generating?
With my one stake, like 4 Icosa a day or something. Like it's more than that, right? Because I have an Icosa stake too, but my one stake's like 4 Icosa a day or something.
Dude, that is awesome yield related to your investment. You know that?
I got it for free too.
Yeah. So that is awesome yield, man.
That's like enough for me to like not want to go into work and pick up like new hobbies and just like do stupid, silly things.
But it's all time subjective. So you say that now, but in certain amount of time, your WhatsApp and your Icosa and your Hedron yield will mature, right?
Hmm.
At that time, you need to make a decision of what the fuck you're going to do next.
I've set up my stakes. It's where I get like a cycle going. That's what I'm doing. I got a 30-day stake, 90-day, 180. You know, and I just remake a new one. Because I'm also different sizes in all the different pools. So, like, it's kind of nice.
Hey, Mike.
Yep. I'm here.
Dude, whereabouts are you in the planet?
US.
What part?
Eastern.
Eastern way.
I don't want to dox myself.
Dude, Eastern.
Wait, what?
I don't have any other questions. Pardon?
I don't give out my location.
No,
I piss off people.
no, but at the same time, we have to wonder where this community is all based. And you're very active. You're so active, dude. You're so fucking active.
Yeah.
And that is so positive. The reason why people are active, man, is it is the normal people who need to make a change is so good, man. It's so fucking good.
I've always kind of believed my financial freedom would come from crypto.
Yeah, 100% agree. 100%.
At this point, I'm kind of wanting to play the money game of accumulating shares and having a passive yield.
Yeah.
There will be a moment, and I'm going to accumulate a lot of shares.
T-shares.
Yeah, I'm going to collect HSIs.
T-shares, man. T-shares. As long as you accumulate T-shares, you're okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I'm reaching the same point as you like 10 a.m. my time.
What?
Are you there?
I hear it.
Anyways, I think we all need to generate a lot of T-shares. T-shares is the fucking key to our freedom.
Yeah. I think we have to wait for people to run out of Hedron first.
No, Hedron is complementary.
Well, for me to start buying my HSIs.
Hedron. And am I still echoing?
Oh, terribly.
Fuck. How about now?
Hello? Oh my God, it went away.
Mike, are you there?
Yeah, you're no echo now. Or a little bit.
No. Oh. Sorry, dude. I don't have any headphones.
Everything's locked up in the Icosa pool, huh?
Yeah, not only that, I fucking very rarely get onto the chats. I rarely speak.
Yeah, fair enough. I like these chats. I've made a lot of money in these chats.
So, dude, I think Icosa is the next big thing according to the T share rate. Fuck everything else. Fuck Hedron. Fuck Maxi. Fuck that shit. Icosa is the next big growth thing in the Hex ecosystem.
Mm. I don't know, but like I so want to hold Hedron.
Yeah, I agree. Hedron is good.
I think these auctions are very exciting.
Dude, 13th of November is my calendar date fixed. So many alarms going off.
Yeah, I'm taking time off work, or I'll have my workers go in instead of me. I'm gonna be home watching the auctions. I ain't going into work while that's going on. This is second chance hacks, boys. This doesn't come along many times in history. Oh God, you gotta mute when you're not talking. Maybe more. Rich is in the house.
Hey, what's up, Mike? I like your I like your new name.
Thank you. I was like, you know what? I want to switch it up a bit. Like someone suggested it to me in chat, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, Watts of God, Mike. That's what we're going with. I was talking with Gones and his entire view on Icosa, and like, you know what? I like my Wattses a little bit more. Oh, here's one for you, Gones. You got here. You want to do some math? Is it worth selling Hedron today to buy Wattses at $3 per million points?
Dude, fuck no. Don't do that. Keep in mind the arbitrage price.
Yeah, well, I'm comfortable with my holdings then. I'm cool. I feel pretty set. Rich, what are the charts telling us?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not a huge TA guy. I just saw that huge cup and handle forming, and you know what? It's actually still valid. It hasn't been invalidated. The 1-day cup and handle on the hedron chart. So yeah, like I said, I'm not an expert at charting. It was obvious to me. I'm like, holy shit, this thing's really nice. I like to draw my own lines. I like to look at charts and try to find some patterns. And um but like Executioner said, TA by itself is pretty much useless. You have to have that. You have to use TA to you add that to what you've already discovered with you know basically liquidity and where it's stacked, and then also
News and events or something.
fundamental
Yeah.
fundamental analysis, which I can't think of a project that has better fundamentals than Hedron and Icosa. Like, we're just waiting for the price to catch up with basically our knowledge of how the system works, and the system isn't fully functioning until the first HSI auction, begin in November. So that's when it gets really exciting, and yeah, I think we're way ahead of the curve.
Did you just say Icosa?
Was that?
Did he just say Icosa?
Yeah.
Dude, Icosa is going to be next level. And a lot of people who are analyzing this know that shit. And they just don't want to say it. But Icosa is going to be next level.
Because what? They don't want too many people staking their Icosa and diluting their position in the pool, correct?
100% correct. But this is most selfish mofos out there. And this is not about being mofos. This is about being, okay, let's generate a giant pool that can make people some fucking money.
The way I look at Icosa is it's basically I don't know, this is going out on a limb, but it's like, a stable coin that's directly correlated. I won't say it's pegged, but it's directly correlated to the T-share rate, which is T-shares are going to be the most valuable thing in crypto in the coming years. So, yeah.
Dude, that's what I've been trying to say from fucking 3 hours ago. That Icosa is based on T-shares. And T-shares will be the most valuable fucking thing in crypto.
So you're saying never sell your Icosa?
Yes. 100% yes.
Because I heard the arguments like synthetic T shares.
No, dude, you need to fucking see on-chain analysis. And then once you understand on-chain analysis, then you will understand T-shares. And T-shares is what makes Icosa what Icosa is. and it's only based on hex and hex liquidity pools and liquidity pools based on hex price.
But don't sell your Hedron.
And Icosa. Don't sell a Hedron, don't sell Icosa to the point where you think you're happy in your life.
$1 billion. You got it.
Listen, one day, possibly in this next bull market, Hedron will hit a penny.
Dude, get out of here. I wouldn't even. Yeah, right. A penny. I'll eat my foot.
Alex himself said when Hex hits $20, Hedron should be a penny.
I'll eat Mike's foot if it hits a penny.
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah, I believe that I'll have to find it. Or if Executioner is here, we could validate it by asking him. But the when Hex reaches $20, Hedron should be a penny. I think that's what it was. It might have even been $10. Sorry, I can't quite remember, but in my book, where we're sitting as far as Hex, like Hex is going to reach $20 easily on this next bull market. People just they don't get it, you know. They will, but right now they don't.
A lot of hex is being bought and locked up for 15 years. There are already a lot of end stakes through this last bear market.
Shut off your.
Like there isn't a lot of hex.
We're getting delay.
But so many people end staked, and we're I'll be frank, I can't touch any of my hex for the next like 2 or 3 years or get nuked. So like that's basically where we're at. Like and I know other people have done this similar kind of play, and it's like, dude, just like more and more hex keeps getting bought off the market and sold to the contract. And I think it's just going to happen more, especially once mainstream happens. $20 hex, maybe. Shit.
When Hex hits $20, can you imagine how many people will eat yes, and what that'll do to the T-share?
That's why I always leave my stakes leaving.
Dude, you nailed it. It's all about the T-share rate. That's all it's about.
So like
the fact that Icosa is correlated directly to the T-share rate essentially makes Icosa a stable coin that slowly goes up.
Yes, that's 100% right. Icosa is 100% correlated to the T-share rate. Whoever done the mathematics against that is wrong. 100% wrong.
This is a great call. I appreciate listening to this.
Yeah, you could send 100 million Hedron to my address. I'll send it in to you in a message right now. You're welcome.
Hey, Mike, if you want to DM me your address, I can send you out some kratom. or you can just get it through our website.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, I'll do that. Here. Hey, yeah, Coco, move. Give me like a burner address, and I'll send you like some crypto to a wallet.
Okay, sounds good. I'll wait until I send it out though.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't like prepayment.
How is everybody doing today? We feeling good? Feeling bullish?
I just YOLO'd in with everything I basically had, besides just like keeping my life alive. So I fucking hope so.
You know, I've been
You're not alone, Mike.
Dude, that's all.
I say I'm in that same boat. Like, and I've been in that boat for pretty much since the last bull market or beginning of the bull market. So yeah, you know, it's just bear market blues aren't getting to me. I have a backed out perspective. I know where all of this is headed, and yeah, I can handle the volatility to the downside because I know that that's what you have to be able to handle for the volatility to the upside. That's why we're all here.
I'm down. I'm okay if we go down a little bit, as long as we don't do another 90% or anything. Like, I'm cool.